Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Definition, and this is the channel where they all float. It has been re-released in cinemas across America this weekend with an added post-credit scene at the end of the movie that showcases 8 minutes of brand new footage from the upcoming film It Chapter 2. Throughout this video I'll be breaking down what happens in the extended look as well as giving my thoughts on it. There will be heavy spoilers here, so if you don't want anything from the movie potentially ruined for you, then I highly suggest that you turn off now. With that out of the way, I just want to give a huge thank you for clicking this video. Now let's get into my breakdown of the It Chapter 2 footage. Okay, so the following comes from the It the Movie Reddit thread from user TPWPJUN20, who saw the re-release last night. The user says the footage opens with Bill showing up to the restaurant and walking inside to find Mike waiting in the shadows to greet him. They catch up about how they've changed, and before they can sit down they're greeted by Eddie, who shows up listing all of the food items he can't have to the waitress, including even a single walnut, which would realistically kill him. Cut back to outside where Beverly is approaching the restaurant and is greeted from behind by a very handsome Ben. She doesn't recognise him at first, and then there's a small flashback to the first time they talked on the last day of school before they're interrupted by Richie, who exclaims, "You both look great, what the F happened to me?" The three of them join the other three waiting inside where they all sit and chat about their differences. Richie cracks a few really funny jokes, calls Stan a pussy for not showing up, and then tells everyone how he vomited after getting the call from Mike, but not being sure why. The room goes silent and everyone tells Richie they felt the same way, but could not place the feeling. Mike concludes that since they all left Derry, their memories have faded, but he stayed and he remembers it all. Beverly, through tears, recalls the name Pennywise, which immediately triggers a reaction from the Losers Club. Mike pulls out a notebook full of documentation of the most recent murders, including the slaughtered Adrian Mellon. He tells the losers that he called them back to defeat it once and for all because they made an oath. Richie cracks open a fortune cookie that reads the word could on it, which he remarks is weird and cheap. The rest of the losers crack open theirs to reveal 4 more words, which are guess, cut, not, and it. Mike exclaims that this is the work of it and that it's not a prank that he's pulling on them. The losers then try to make a sentence out of these 5 words but can't make sense of them until Beverly hands over a piece of paper which reads Stanley. Bill then slides them round to make out guess Stanley could not cut it. They all go silent until the fortune cookie bowl begins to violently shake and move. One cookie falls to the table, bouncing around, and before a quick cut to black, out pops a small baby bird. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. Firstly, I love the fact that there's a reference to Adrian Mellon, who is the star of my favourite chapter from the original book. I've already made a video that covers the character's history and why he's so important, which I'll leave linked at the end if you want to check it out, but beyond that, it also discusses Stanley's fate. For those who don't know, in the source material, Mike phones all of the Losers Club one by one to ask them if they will keep their oath and return to Derry to kill Pennywise. On the phone, all of them accept, including Stanley. However, he starts to get flashbacks to when he was a child, and he locks himself in the bathroom, commits suicide, and writes it on the wall in blood. There's been some speculation that the movie might change things slightly and perhaps have him alive, but this pretty much confirms that he won't be making the reunion. Another thing about this scene that is so different is that, bar the location, the majority of its events actually differ very highly from the original work. However, I actually really like the changes. It feels a lot more creepy and fleshed out here, and it's clear that Pennywise is desperate to tear them apart as he knows that they could ultimately be his undoing. Overall, it's a brilliant scene and I'm really looking forward to seeing it in the film next month. And that's all of the footage from It Chapter 2 that was shown in the re-release. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section below, and if you've read the original book or have seen the TV miniseries, tell me whether you prefer these changes or not. If you want something else to watch, then make sure you check out my breakdown of the trailer for Tenet, which will be linked at the end. I go over everything that happens in it, so it's definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen the leaks yet, and I'll also leave my breakdown of Adrian Mellon after this, so you can get more of an understanding of the character, as I think he's going to play quite a big role in It Chapter 2. If you want to come talk to me about movies, TV shows, games and comic books, then you can follow me on Twitter at DefinitionYT. It's the best way to get in touch with me and it's the perfect place to suggest new videos and content, so hopefully I see you over there after this. I also just want to let you know that we're currently giving away a free copy of Avengers Endgame on Blu-ray to one lucky winner, and all you have to do is like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts on the It Chapter 2 footage in the comment section below. The winner will be chosen at random on August the 10th, and the Blu-ray will be shipped out from then to whoever gets the prize, so best of luck to everyone who takes part, as you've only got less than a week to enter. This is a channel for people who are mad into movies, so if that's the kind of thing you like, hit subscribe. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Definition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.